Scene script. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to get so much done in a day while others struggle to complete even the most basic tasks? Productivity. It's a simple word, but it carries immense power. It's the secret sauce that separates the high achievers from the rest. The rocket fuel that propels individuals and organizations toward success. Imagine you're standing at the foot of a mountain. That mountain is your workload, your responsibilities, your goals. Some see it as a daunting challenge, but others, the productive ones, see it as an opportunity. They know that every step taken is a step closer to the peak, to achievement. Let's take the example of John. John was once stuck at the base of his mountain, overwhelmed by the climb ahead. He struggled to make progress, often feeling like he was going nowhere. But then, things changed for John. He discovered the power of productivity and time management, and it transformed his life. So how did John manage to turn his life around? Stay tuned to find out. Meet John, a regular guy with a 9-to-5 job, feeling perpetually stuck in a rut. Each day was a repetition of the last, a monotonous cycle of tasks, deadlines, and unfulfilled ambitions. John had dreams, aspirations, and a to-do list that seemed to grow longer with each passing day. Yet the hands of the clock always seemed to move faster than he could. John's struggle with time management and productivity was not unique. He, like many of us, was caught in a constant tug-of-war between what needed to be done and what he could actually accomplish in a day. He was always busy, yet felt like he was going nowhere. The pile of work on his desk never seemed to decrease, and his personal goals remained just as distant as they were on the day he set them. But then, John had a moment of realization. He understood that his struggle was not with time, but with how he managed it. He saw that productivity was not just about doing more, but doing what matters most. This revelation was a turning point, a spark that ignited his desire for change. Determined to break free from his rut, John began researching productivity strategies. He delved into books, articles, and studies on time management. He learned about prioritization, the power of focus, the importance of taking breaks, and the benefits of setting realistic goals. He studied successful people and analyzed their habits and routines. Armed with this knowledge, John decided to implement these strategies into his life. He began prioritizing his tasks, focusing on one thing at a time, taking regular breaks to refresh his mind, and setting achievable goals for himself. He started to look at his time as a precious resource and learned to use it wisely. With a newfound understanding of productivity and time management, John began his journey towards a more efficient life. He realized that the key to productivity was not in doing more, but in doing better. And in this journey, he discovered that time, when managed well, is truly on our side. John's life didn't change overnight. It was a gradual process filled with trial and error. Just like a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble, John began to carve out the life he wanted, one day at a time. He realized that productivity wasn't about doing more, but about achieving more. Firstly, John set clear, achievable goals for himself, creating a roadmap to his success. These goals gave him a direction, a purpose. He knew exactly where he was headed and what he needed to do to get there. Next came the art of prioritizing. John understood that not all tasks are created equal. Some were significant, directly contributing to his goals, while others were less important. He learned to distinguish between the two, focusing his energy on the tasks that mattered most. Taking regular breaks was another strategy John implemented. He discovered that working non-stop was not only exhausting, but also counterproductive. By stepping away from his work periodically, he returned to it refreshed, with renewed energy and a clear mind. But the road to productivity wasn't always smooth. There were days when John felt overwhelmed, when his goals seemed too distant, too lofty. Yet he didn't give in to despair. Instead, he faced these challenges head-on, refining his strategies, learning from his mistakes, and pushing forward. Through determination and consistency, John began to see the fruits of his labor. His life transformed not all at once, but gradually over time, proving that productivity is indeed a journey, not a destination. Fast forward to today, John is a different man. His work performance has skyrocketed, stress levels have plummeted, and he's carved out more free time than he ever thought possible. The constant hustle has been replaced by a balanced rhythm of work and rest. His transformation isn't a miracle, but rather the outcome of embracing productivity and effective time management. John's story is proof that with the right approach to productivity and time management, anyone can improve their life. Now, it's your turn. The journey towards greater productivity and better time management begins with a single step. It starts with a commitment, a promise to yourself that you will strive to make the most of each moment. The strategies we've discussed today are not quick fixes. They require practice, patience, and perseverance. But remember, every effort you put in is a step towards a more productive you. So, start by identifying what works for you. Is it the Pomodoro technique, or perhaps setting SMART goals? Whichever method you choose, stick with it. Experiment, adapt, and grow. Be patient with yourself. Change takes time, but ultimately productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most and doing it well. It's about being effective, not just busy. It's about making each moment count. Remember, productivity isn't about being busy. It's about being effective. Subscribe for more.